Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alice! Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the library, honey. School is in session. Today, I thought I would sit down and film one of these tag videos that are kind of going around on the interwebs here. I've seen some of my favorite YouTubers do this tag, and I thought it'd be fun to do because it's interesting to see what kind of answers people give and if you can tell if they're lying. Anyway, long story short, we're doing the truthful YouTuber tag. Have the questions here on my phone. Before anybody asks, my phone case and pop sockets are available in my boutique, cadavercult.com. Why do I have two pop sockets, you may be asking yourself. Boom, look at that. It stays up and then I can watch YouTube videos. It's great. Okay, so we're gonna do the truthful YouTuber tag. Now, I'm a small YouTuber, you guys. I'm not like this big, crazy liar. Just kidding. But some of these questions are gonna be it's gonna be different for a small YouTuber answering as opposed to a big one. I haven't experienced as much as a big YouTuber in the terms of like sponsored videos or collabs or like a lot of brand deals and things like that. Things on a bigger scope. But I think one of the cool things about a small YouTuber answering these questions, I have nothing to lose. Anyway, if I sound like I'm rambling, it's because I've been drinking wine. Before we get started, if you like these kind of videos, go ahead and do me a solid and pop a thumbs up down there and maybe a comment. Without further ado, let's answer these questions. Ooh. Almost couldn't see that.
Have you ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it?
The chaos of it all. Yes. But it's not because I want to deceive my audience. It's not because I want to lie to you guys. It's not because I want to hide the fact that this product is bad. It's because when I get a product that just doesn't seem like it was executed very properly or very much thought was put into it, like why would I waste my time and energy making a video about it that kind of advertises it a little bit? So that's kind of one of the things that goes through my head when I receive an item in PR or if I buy something. If it's just like, this is gonna ruin the whole makeup look or ruin the whole video, I'm not gonna use it. Would I talk about it in like a favorites video or like a least favorites or like just mention that I don't like it on Instagram stories? Of course, I wouldn't just hide the fact that I don't like the product. Another thing to consider is if it's a very hyped product or brand that happens to really flop for me or I think it's crap, then yeah, maybe I do a video telling you guys that I don't think the product is very good. If it's some like no-name brand that I've never heard of, just random, like maybe indie brand, like I'm not gonna go out of my way to, not like I could just ruin a brand's credibility. I wouldn't go out of my way to like make a video bashing a product by a brand that is maybe still trying to figure out their shit and get their stuff together, you know what I mean? Like, but I wouldn't keep it a secret. It's more so just like, it's not worth my time. Why am I like out of breath? Shit, bitch.
Product you use alone, but don't show or use online.
I'm not trying to hide shit from you guys, but sometimes, yeah, I avoid mentioning a product that I feel like is just gonna get negative response, like some of my Kat Von D or Jeffree Star products. Why would I unnecessarily be shoving product in your guys' faces that a lot of people might have a problem with or maybe be a little salty about or maybe just like not want to see shoved down their throat all the time, you know? When it's a staple product that I've used a billion times over and over again and that I really like. See, my brow product, I use Kat Von D Super Brow, and I like that product and I've mentioned that product a lot and I use it a lot, but at this point I just feel like a lot of people have voiced that they don't support Kat Von D. You know, I've kind of like showed that I used that product enough times so that if anybody was super curious, like, or if anybody even asked me like, hey, what brow product do you use? I'd be like, yeah, Kat Von D Super Brow. I wouldn't keep it I wouldn't hide it from anybody, but I'm not gonna show it in every freaking piece of content that I create because it's a little bit problematic brand and I don't need to be shoving problematic stuff down people's throats and creating drama in the comments. You know what I mean?
Product you want to buy but won't buy because you don't support the brand, honey.
yeah, Kat Von D and Jeffree Star, I enjoy their products, but I almost just feel like you're stepping into the danger zone when you use their products, because people are either going to think that you stan them and you support everything they do blindly just because you happen to use one of their products, or like they want to know your opinion on it. And sometimes that can like kind of derail the video. It can cause just unnecessary tension and drama in a video that's supposed to be about makeup.
Do you have any blocked words?
I don't get a lot of negative comments, so don't really need to have a lot of blocked words. I just turn on my automatic like spam like filtering, like potentially offensive comments or anything that includes profanity. I have that turned on my Instagram and YouTube. So sometimes it's kind of annoying with the YouTube though. It'll do like hold for review for potentially offensive comments, and I know y'all like to curse sometimes, just like myself, and like I'll go in there and sometimes you're giving me a compliment, you're saying bitch you're fucking gorgeous or something, and like YouTube thinks that they're gonna hold that for me. I want to see that. Luckily I don't get a whole lot of like bad words and stuff. I'm just like really great all around and very well loved. So
do you delete comments? If so,
IGTV is something that can get kind of irritating for me. I don't know why, but the people on IGTV are like just really like their underwear is like actually all the way up their asshole. And once I get one negative comment on IGTV, like people will go and thumbs up it. It's like a contest, like let's see who can come up with the best zinger. And it's like usually like, I mean, I can accept the fact that sometimes leaving a comment is purely just to be funny and maybe get some upvotes, some likes, on your comment if it's funny. I get it. But if it's not funny and it's not clever and it's not even sarcasm and it's just fucking dumb and rude, I'll delete it. Nobody cares about you and your stupid opinion of my makeup video. Constructive criticism, great. But if you're just going on there to be negative and stupid and just to see like who is gonna fucking agree with you and see if you can start some like snowball effect, bye-bye.
Do you block people?
How savage. Yeah, I think my block list is like up to 300. No, I don't get a lot of hate. I don't need to block a lot of people. I think maybe you would block a few spam accounts or something like that, but that's it. Just people who post random like, hey, check out my page, hey, I'm an aspiring bullshitter. Yeah, I'll block you if you keep commenting that shit. But I don't think I've ever had to block anybody that's like targeting me, like being mean. Like if I have, then just know that it was a split-second decision and I've moved on and I literally don't care about you.
Have you ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with the brand?
Ooh, I need a little lippy touch up here. I would never, and I'm offended that you would think I'd do such a thing. I personally am not super close with any brands like that, so I have no need to do that. I'm pretty small still. This is just one of those things that I don't have a lot of experience. I don't get sponsors left and right. I don't do like all this crazy stuff. I'm not like a big affiliate that has a lot to lose from giving a negative review on something. You know what I mean? So I don't have that need to lie or like cover a brand's ass.
Have you ever initially liked a product when you reviewed it and then changed your mind but didn't tell your audience? Ugh. The horror! This
happens. I do some first impression videos, or I'll try a product for a few days and film with it and everything's going great, and then all of a sudden I use it a few days later, a few weeks later, a month later, and I'm like, what the frick was I thinking? And I don't like it. Or I just filmed a full face using makeup that I hate, kind of like doing like a second chance type thing. If that video is up right now, I will link it in the thing. Full face of makeup I hate. I was kind of surprised. The thing is though, I don't have 800 billion hours in the day to make a video every time my opinion on something changes. Kind of like this is the gist of this whole survey here, is I'm not intentionally lying to you guys, but I don't have all the time in the world to kind of like update you on every single product because I have a shitload of products. So it's very important that you be a smart consumer and you Read reviews, watch multiple videos, get samples, or buy your products from somewhere that accepts returns. If you're curious about a certain item and you want to know if I still like it, feel free to leave me a comment because I answer those. And it's a lot easier to answer a comment than it is to film a whole video like updated review on one product.
Influencer you don't trust.
This question is kind of hard to answer for me because I don't really trust. I don't know if I would like blindly trust anybody. And obviously, like, you probably shouldn't either, especially when it comes to influencers, because at the end of the day, it's content, it's curated, it's edited, it's made specifically to show one side of this lifestyle to you guys in hopes of gaining following and potential monetization, money. If I see an influencer using a product that I'm intrigued by or interested by, or like, ooh, I want that, that looks cool. It doesn't really matter if like I trust their life choices and their decisions, and if they're telling me like, hey, this is great, like it's more so just like, do I want that? You know what I mean? I don't blindly trust any person on the internet or any like brand, marketing, anything like that, you know, and neither should you. Take everything with a grain of salt. Even if these influencers are being totally honest, there's a chance that something that they love and maybe are even being sponsored to push you might not like, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're lying. It just means that it's not for you. So people are probably gonna want names, so I'll just say kind of feel the same way about big influencers as I do about small influencers, and this is no tea, no shade, but there are influencers like Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, James Charles. Whoa, they all have J names. Those big names, you know, with all the scandals and the drama. And not gonna lie, the more scandals and drama, it's like, you know, maybe the less I trust you. Do I think that they're all very business savvy? Do I think they all create like really good content? They're very smart. They're very good at what they're doing. Yes. Do I respect them? Yes. But would I trust everything that they're putting out there on their social media? No. A recommendation like, hey, go buy this, especially if it's makeup, because that's their job to promote makeup. It's like, there's also smaller smaller or like more less problematic influencers, like let's say Raw Beauty Christie, Bailey Sarian, Samantha. We'll leave it at those ones because I'm drawing a brain fart. But I enjoy their content, but and they're like smaller, but still, do I blindly trust them no matter what they say? No, because we're like, all influencers are doing the same thing. Whether you want to accept it or not, they're creating curated content that is being edited and put in front of you for a goal, which is ultimately to have this be a sustainable like job for them. And shit's getting really deep. Like, should you trust me? You can like me, but you shouldn't just blindly trust anybody, especially if they're in the field of selling product. Which leads us to
influencer you trust the most.
Trust no one.
Secret tips or product application you don't show while on camera.
These are starting to get really redundant for me, you guys. I'm not just gonna hide how I do shit. That's the whole point of this channel, is to show you how to do makeup.
Have you ever showed one product, but we're actually using another?
No, that's no.
Have you ever not disclosed a sponsorship?
Long story short, yeah, I had a video or two way back in the day when I was first starting out. I actually don't get a lot of people wanting to sponsor things, but ages ago I did like a swatch video for an indie brand, like for one or two, and they tossed me a couple bucks for that, which was nice, but I didn't disclose it. I was unsure. I was worried about people not liking the fact that it was sponsored. Anyway, that's silly and it's stupid and it's bullshit, and that was a long time ago. I haven't had any sponsored content in a really long time, and that's a bummer. I'm open to it, but I would definitely tell you guys.
Have you ever had a bad interaction with a brand?
Actually, yeah, I haven't even had that many I'm sorry, my bra is annoying. I haven't had that many interactions with brands, but I got contacted by Zaful to do a video using their makeup, and that video, I will link that video below or up in the, it was cool. They sent me a bunch of their makeup, and they were gonna pay me for that video, and I filmed it, and I guess I should have gotten the money up front because I filmed it and never heard back from them. But I had spent so long filming and editing the video, and I like put a lot of work into it, so I'm like, well, I want to post it. But yeah, they never paid me, and they never replied to my email or anything like that, so that was kind of fucked up. Zaffle, it's not cool.
Have you ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product?
I mean, I've fallen for hype. I'm a sucker. The only sense of bandwagoning though is like, I want to buy that. Like, I'll buy it. Of course, once I try it, and if something sucks, like, I'm obviously not going to be on the bandwagon for it anymore. That doesn't make any sense. I don't see the point. Finally.
Things other creators do that get on your nerves.
I'm gonna sound like a bitch because there are so many things. I hate fake quirkiness. When influencers just sit down and like, I don't know, act a little spazzy or ditzy or clumsy because they think it's funny and relatable. Like, you can edit. I know you edit your videos. I edit my videos. Edit out some of that bullshit because it's not quirky and it's not cute and it's not relatable. No one likes it. Maybe Bailey Sarian said this, but the apologizing. Sorry, you guys, the fan. It's like, really, it's loud. The fan is so loud in here. First of all, I didn't even notice it. Second of all, shut the fuck up. Leave the fan on, bitch. There's sound. Just keep it moving. Like, ignore it and move on. Wow, I'm venting. It's like, I can't knock them because it's like, I know I do the same shit. I hate it when people over-edit their videos. I might be guilty of this. When I figured out how to zoom in on funny moments to increase the impact of it, I feel like I went really ham on that for a while. Random sound effects that like aren't funny. Like, stop. Memes, just injecting memes randomly when you think you said something funny and it's fucking not.
Get riggedy wrecked, son!
You should be able to be funny and entertaining without editing. Like, film a video without relying on all that shit. I also hate it when people do this. Everything is gonna be linked below. Stop, bitch. I hate those stupid animated intros with the lame song. You know, cringe central. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. I have a little bit of like an intro-y type thing, like with the song. But it's not a lame song, and it doesn't have like a caricature of me. I hate it when influencers complain about the algorithm and engagement. Your audience doesn't want to hear how hard it is that you're not getting enough likes and comments. Like, I get it, it's your livelihood, but if it's really affecting you that bad, like if you're like going broke, or like you're like losing money, or like you can't pay your bills, like figure something else out. Be smart. Like, come up with another revenue stream. Another thing that I hate is over edited pictures. I've always been really into Photoshop, and I remember getting into retouching and creating art and doing things. I mainly like try to make like album artwork type stuff. Maybe I'm a little bit of a snob, but I really can't stand poorly edited pictures, or when it's like really obvious. Like, don't make it so obvious. If you're gonna post it on the internet for the world to see, we get it. Like, people want to see a visually pleasing picture. People want to see perfect skin, but do it well. Like, don't make it so obvious. Don't make it look like shit. I don't know. Overly smooth skin. It's like, reel it back. Reel it back, bitch. Have some class with your execution. The library is closed. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was insightful or maybe funny. At the end of the day, I think it's really important to remember that influencers are people too. it's all good and fun to spill tea and gossip and drama. All that stuff is great, but I think it's really important to still give people the benefit of the doubt. You don't know what their life is like. You don't know them. And just judging somebody like black or white, good or bad, trustworthy, not trustworthy, like I don't really stand behind that type of mindset. Influencers are people too. They're just trying to make a living, trying to put food on the table, trying to make their dreams come true, trying to, you know, live their life. And they're just like any of you guys. And I really hate that it's become such a huge trend to kind of like want to tear influencers down and expose them, and oh, they're just all money hungry and they're evil, they're just trying to sell us stuff. Anyway, hopefully you guys don't see me that way. Hopefully you guys get this. Hopefully it made sense and wasn't a total rambling pile of bullshit. But I thank you for watching regardless, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Like, comment, and subscribe.